Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 3. I'm just going to modify some of the production we're doing in and around our cities. I think Persepolis is going to swap over to building a settler. And Bactra and Sidon over here can keep on building Spearmen to fortify the cities we're going to be building pretty soon. With that, we're just about ready to end this turn and continue on. We still haven't found the fourth and final opponent in the game, but we should be stumbling upon them soon enough, I hope. If not, I guess they're somewhere on another continent, which is kind of odd, because usually Pangaea is one continuous place, with only a few islands here or there. Arbella has expanded its borders, so it's now accessing this more productive square over here, so it's considerably more efficient now. That's a rather good thing. We're going to be putting another city in and around here, I should think. It's not too far from our capital, so it should be fairly productive. And we're going to try to fit in maybe another city in here to grab this incense, and probably another one here to take advantage of all these bonus grassland squares. And it's fairly good terrain in general, I think. The only problem with it is the jungle, but there's enough other types of terrain down there that we can afford to set aside a few for better production. That is, there's a few other squares there that we can take advantage of without having to use the jungle. So our turns are flying by still fairly quickly, but they're a little bit slower than they were before. And here we find a warrior from the mines, so that's the final civilization of the game. And they're not doing too well. They only have 4 cities like the Russians, so we're definitely in the lead at this point, I would say. And this effect is going to continue to snowball as the game continues. We also need to think about who we're going to attack first. It's definitely either going to be the Russians or the Egyptians. I'm not exactly sure who we're going to attack first yet, or when that's going to be, but it's going to be fairly soon, I think. Once we have all of or enough cities down that I think we've taken enough of the good land that we can start to think about conquest. And the Russians sent a settler up around here, so I think they're going to try to throw down a city around here, and that's all right. I don't really care too much about this territory. They're probably going to grab this area down here, but between them and the Egyptians there isn't too much to grab. They can probably only fit about 3 or 4 cities in there before they run out of space, so about 1 or 2 each. I think we're nearly done settling. We're probably going to also settle up here somewhere. Put a city in and around here, and maybe even 2, if we can manage it. I think we might put one down here as well, since I don't think Arbella is going to need quite so much territory to itself. We've also finished our first immortal. They have 4 attack, 2 defense, and 1 movement. They're probably the best unit you can get in the Ancient Age, I would say, in terms of combat ability. Regular swordsmen only have 3 attack. The spearmen that they're going to be fighting have 2 defense, so the immortals have a pretty good edge over them. But spearmen also get bonuses when defending, mostly because they get an extra attack, or sorry, they get a 50% bonus for being fortified. They also get a small terrain bonus, depending on the terrain. And they also get, if the city has at least 6 population, or if it has walls built in it, they get another plus 50% bonus. So their defense can get rather high. So you have to be careful about that, but having veteran units also helps, since most of the opponent units will only be regulars at this point. And we finished writing, and monarchy will take 22 turns, so I think we'll actually get started on that at this point, and see what that gets us. We can also establish embassies at this point, but that's more useful for more peaceful civilization. We're not going to be trying to establish good relations with these civilizations. We're mostly just going to be conquering them, so that's not a big deal. Azagarde is getting rather large, so we're probably going to want to develop that a bit. We're also going to want to build a road out to these horses here. We'll need them later on. So, but we'll also need to get them within our borders. So I think we'll build a temple in Antioch and send a worker over there to build a road. We're also going to build a city somewhere in here. So, oh, and there also seems to be a source of iron up here. That's interesting. So I think we'll throw down a city somewhere, probably here on this square, where that forest is, and take advantage of that territory. This guy, I think, is going to bring that luxury, the ivory, into our civilization to increase our happiness. We'll keep our immortals in the capital for now, since I'm not sure who we're going to be attacking just yet. But we're going to have a bunch of settlers coming out soon, so we'll be able to expand our territory a little bit. And this guy is going to travel to here and settle there. And the Egyptians haven't thrown down another city yet, so they're falling a bit behind. Suppose we could try to sneak a city somewhere around here, but I need to explore the territory before we can see that, which is what this warrior is for. It seems the land comes to an end there. It's a very strange continent, I have to say, in terms of its shape. This whole area is kind of odd, but not too bad overall. We should be getting most of this northern area, I think, and I think I'll try to throw a city in there, even though it won't really be all that productive, I don't think. This settler, I think, we'll send him over here, and we'll put him on the grass on the plains there, and have him settle there. This guy's going to head over to that mountain so he can get a good look at what's going on. See if he can't see anything of interest from there. Maybe more of what's in Russia. I'm still not sure exactly where the mines are. They are on the same continent now that we've seen that warrior. We can be pretty sure of that. And fortunately, they seem to be quite a distance away. So that might be a bit of a problem. There's a bonus grassland square over there. That's rather interesting. I think we'll try to grab that. This worker is going to head over here and start developing more territory for this new city. We're going to send this spearman down to where that settler is to develop that land. We've also brought the ivory in, so if we check our luxuries, all the cities connected by road now get 2 happiness from the 2 luxury resources that we have. We're also going to get the furs eventually and get even more happiness. So that's fairly important. We're going to throw a road down here, and we'll get access to that incense. We'll build a mine there for when we put a city there. It seems the Russians are going to throw down a city right there. They're probably not going to put it just there, I don't think. That's a rather bad location. So I think they're probably going to move around a bit first before they plant their city down. It's going to be a fairly crappy city, though, I have to say. Yeah, they are going to move a little bit and try to find a better location. Spearman is going to guard that city, and it's going to be called Tyre, apparently. It's not too bad of a name. And it's going to build barracks, I think. And if we sit on this mountain, we'll notice that, well, it gives us a better idea of where the Russians have expanded. They'll probably be expanding in here eventually. We're probably going to let their civilizations develop a bit more before we attack them. The reason for this is we don't really bad cities with one population and no culture don't tend to get captured when you attack them. They tend to just get destroyed. And unfortunately, because they threw down the city there, we can't pass through their territory without making them really mad, so we'll go around the long way and try to find the Mayans if we can. Still a bit confused about the geography of this place. I'm wondering what it's going to look like when we're done exploring it. Persepolis was building a spearman all this time, but I think I'm going to switch that to yet another settler and settle more land. We're almost done building settlers, I think. Don't think we're going to be building too many more. A little concerned about how rich this territory is down here, but fortunately it's pretty far from the computer player's capital, so they won't really be able to capitalize on it all that much. We now have 2 warriors over there, so they're going to be exploring this general vicinity. Hopefully they'll find something interesting. All our production seems fine.